means the Parliament of Buganda Kingdom used to be under the tree. So he used to meet the chiefs for the count and even the clan heads under the tree. In our culture, we're not allowed to look directly in the eyes of the king. So they used to twist the grass, and a lot of twisted grass up there. When they built this parliament in 1955, during the reign of King Mutesa II, they named life from there. That's why it is called the Bulangi, due to the twisted grass which was up. You understand? Yes. It's an adventurous 1 mile walk. There are some trees alongside, and there is a roundabout which you've seen in the middle. Nobody is allowed to pass in between unless you're the king of Uganda Kingdom. You've met another roundabout in the palace. So he doesn't turn on his royal mile. He passes through up to his residence. There are some poles on the other side and this side. Since we have 54 clans in the Uganda Kingdom, those are the flags for each clan. When our king is inside, it's when they raise all those flags up. When he's not inside, we normally put the flag for Buganda and even for Uganda. So this is the current king, Ronald Mwenda Mutiti II. Reason why he's here was he's the one who restored the Uganda Kingdom. They attacked the palace in 1966, 24th May, by Milton Obote and Idi Amin. So he's the one who restored Uganda Kingdom. Okay? He's now 62 years young, he's never old. Yes. And he's the 36th king. So that is the parliament, or the building where you can find the parliament. It has 3 entrances. The other side you have the majestic glance. So those are the introductory letters which you get from that office, whereby your parents have to decide or to reach to an agreement that they allow their daughter to go with that husband or that man. Oh. That is the introductory letter. Oh. Okay? Yes. So that the introductory letter which you get, it's the one which you take to the church, and then you get the certificate of marriage. Yeah. Okay?
As we are given from the church.
Church, that is certificate of marriage. But there are some letters which are given by your parents. Yes. Because the parents have decided to be married with that man. So that is the introductory letter. So that entrance in the middle goes to the parliament and even the offices for the ministries which you have. Think you have the ministries in your country. Yes. So Buganda Kingdom is a kingdom which is headed by the king. And it's all about culture and traditional issues. We have the Parliament of Uganda for political issues. It's a state within a state. It's not a country within a country. People who are living in Buganda, they are Baganda, and the language for the Baganda, that is Uganda. The population size which is in Uganda, out of the 39 million people, 11 million people, they are Baganda. So, if you reach at Kampala City, out of the 7 million people which are within Kampala City, 5 million are Baganda. We don't force any other person to speak Uganda, but according to the population size which you have, take you to speak Uganda. It's the same applies to Kenya. If I visit that country, your national language is Swahili. If I want to communicate to different tribes there, it will not take me to understand every tribe, but I'll understand Swahili so that I can communicate to everybody in Kenya. Okay? The same implies in Uganda. We don't force them to speak Uganda, but according to the population size which you have within Uganda, we use our local language. So the other side, it's when you have the radio station, CBS, Central Broadcasting Services. It is 2-in-1, 88.8 and 89.2. We pass through there. So that is the Central Broadcasting Services. It's a radio station. All the announcements in Buganda we pass through there. The building which you see there, that is the Masengele building, where we have the television, which is called the BBS. With other offices like Buganda Land Board. Anything which concerns about land in the Buganda Kingdom, even if you go to the central government, get for instance, you are an investor and want to set up a hotel here. If the land belongs to Buganda Kingdom, they will send you to that office, Buganda Land Board. Because Buganda Land Board just leases for only 49 years and then you renew. We don't sell land completely, because that is our motherland. I don't think that anybody of you can sell his or her own land. If we sell that land, it means that Buganda Kingdom will collapse. That's the reason why we leases for only 49 and then you renew. Okay? We have the office of the king, the queen, and even the eldest son.
Oh.
Inside. Any question? We proceed.
Okay.